All King Carinto fans and all my promoters.
This is Polobubou community. Geographically, Polobubou community is a boundary community between Ondo and Delta states. It has the boundary between the villages such as Awe, Ikorio, Ojumole, and that of the Ijaw counterparts such as Opuba, Akpata, Upe, and others.
Polububou was founded about 600 years ago by Mia and Oke, the two sons of Obololo, who was the oldest son of Olodua, the founder of Opuama, who migrated from Ama to about 900 years ago. Polububou is the most populated community in the Burma Kingdom.
Mr. Bra. Eba ya moya monumo boy mi
Polobubou, originally a freshwater environment with a freshwater ecosystem with a depth of about 50 feet, has been replaced by saltwater environments due to exploitation and exploration of crude oil by companies in Polobubou and sister communities.
The oil exploration has actually devastated our ecosystem, and we don't have fish to eat again. We don't have even the timber, which used to be a very important occupation of our people. It's all destroyed by chemicals. So we are really in a very bad situation.
Comparison of old Polobubou is Arigua community, which has a little memorial looks. Now, Polobubou community is a saltwater community with a depth of about 3 feet due to crude oil exploitation and exploration.
This is the depth of Polobubou River now. This river you are seeing was so deep that even if you mistakenly you are swimming across the river, your people will be angry or shouting on you to come back because it was this deep. This was the creek where barges and tugboat passes to the hinterland. Then probably we'll go there to sell bread and other things for them late in the evening when they have returned back. But today, our speedboat cannot drive to my frontage on dry season.
As a result of the making of an opening channel from the community linking the Atlantic Ocean, of which deposit of mud and salt water emanates.
This canalization will show that first problem to this community. Our forefathers resisted it, not with force. They only complained, wrote letters to government that this canalization in future will cause problem to this community. About the 80s, and what happened? Government invited them. They were humiliated, beaten, locked up at Akure for several days. My father was a victim of that, and it took us long walking to release them.
The channel linking Polobubou community to the Atlantic Ocean was opened by Chevron Nigeria Limited.
The very fast speedboat which we brought from Zakrama, it couldn't get here. We had to leave it at Opuama and take smaller boats there. Why? Because silt from the ocean has actually filled and filled up the river beds. So it's so shallow now. That is why we couldn't have the boats with big drafts, deep drafts coming in here.
Polobubou, a crude oil rich community, but perfume of mud, polluted water that made uneasy sailing of boats when the tide is low. It is a community where canoe is used to visit neighbors, since there is no land to move around but abundance of crude oil. Dwelling structures are seen with pegs of wood, of which lifespan is about 15 years. Polobubbo is a community engulfed with high level of poverty, even in the abundance of crude oil. As the world celebrates World Environmental Day, June 2023, with the theme Beat Plastic Pollution. Polobubbo community in commemoration of the World Environmental Day with the tag Environmental Justice for Polobubbo. The inhabitants, the dwellers, the indigenous, through their leadership, is calling on the federal and state Ministry of Environment and all other relevant organizations to come to adhere environmental crisis facing humanity as a result of indiscriminate dumping of plastic waste in our waterways.
The theme of today, this year program is Beat Plastic Pollution. One homeland Polobubbo, one environment justice for Polobubbo. Since the 1980s, the need for scientific disposal of waste plastics was recognized, but the oil companies operating in Polobubbo Tsekelewu community have refused to adhere to the practice or identify this method, compounding the already existing degradation, pollution and deforestation faced in Polobubbo. It will interest you to know that plastic is produced using crude material similar to steel, the polymer from degradation by ozone or oxygen bright stabilizer, plastic oil state, fire retardant that causes biophenol and that is harmful to human as well as the environment. Biophenol is a chemical that is produced when it is applied to anything plastic. As the world commemorates World Environment Day in June 2023 with the theme Beat Plastic Pollution, which emphasizes on plastic waste management, we therefore call on federal and state Ministry of Environment and other relevant organizations to come to our dear environment crisis facing humanity as a result of indiscriminate dumping of plastic waste in our waterways. We also wish to urgently draw the attention of Chevron Nigeria Limited, Shell Petroleum Development, Nigerian Petroleum Development and Corn Oil Producing Nigeria Limited, Chara Energy Limited, the federal government of Nigeria Delta State government and the world to the human and environmental crisis facing our own homeland, Polobubbo. Polobubbo, originally a freshwater environment with freshwater ecosystem, has been replaced by salt water environment due to the exploration and exploitation of crude oil by companies operating in Polobubbo Tsekelewu community and its sisters community. Our demand to these bodies are: 1. Adherence to the identified method of plastic waste disposal. And what are the 2 identified methods? They include incineration, that is burning, and recycling. Number 2, demand use of biodegradable plastic material by oil company operating in Polobubbo Tsekelewu and sister communities. Number 3, cleaning, remediation and reparations of the environment should be executed for Polobubbo community by the federal government of Nigeria, Delta State government, the SUPADEC, SPDC, Chevron Nigeria Limited, NPDC, Interest, JV, and Corn Oil Producing Nigeria Limited, as stated in the 2021 Nigerian Petroleum Industrial Act, sections 102, 101, subsection 2, 3, and chapter 4. Number 4 demand: land reclamation, soil line protection project should be executed for Polobubbo community by the federal government of Nigeria, Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, and Delta State government and the SUPADEC. Canalization, dredging, and of Tsekelewu by the federal government, Chevron Nigeria Limited, NPDC, Interest, JP, Chevron Nigeria Limited should add the sweeping dredging of Polobubbo Tsekelewu Creek to East 3 years Okwekeba production platform well-head, slot, sweeping, dredging program. And execution is the same in the next well-head, slot, sweeping, dredging campaign in 2024 and beyond. Number 6 demand execute sustainable development projects such as internal road network, housing unit, tree planting and electricity, among others for Polobubou community by federal government, Delta state government, the SUPADEC, several Nigerian Limited, canoe Nigerian Limited and NPDC by 2023. Special budgetary allocation should be made by the federal government, Delta state government and the SUPADEC and oil companies for environmental remediations and afforestation program in Polobubou. The Federal Ministry of Environment and Delta State Ministry of Environment, the SUPADEC, should make special visit and investigation to Polobubo, Tsekelewu community to see things for themselves. Provision of potable drinking water and medical health facilities and services by federal government, several Nigerian Limited and NPDC and canoe producing Nigerian Limited and the SUPADEC. In the interim, NPDC JV and canoe to provide free routine medical outreach services to Polobubou community before the end of 2023. Long-term solution is provision of standard air facility well equipped with staff for Polobubou community. We advocate for zero natural gas flaring and vent into Polobubou environment to prevent pollution and or execute environmental remediation and release to Polobubou community. As per the 2021 Nigerian Petroleum Industrial Act, Section 104, Subsection 4, by oil and gas companies operating in Polobubou. Our 12th demand is put in place a floral regeneration policy and fauna reproduction policy by the federal government of Nigeria and Delta state government, the SUPADEC and oil and gas companies operating in Tsekelewu community. Finally, institute hydrocarbon pollution remediation project that will collaborate with Niger Delta Development Commission, Delta State Government, Office of the Amnesty of the Presidency, the SUPADEC and companies operating within the community to develop a robust empowerment program for the youth, particularly and the women and the entire Polobubou community in general.
Polobubou is my second home after agony, my natural community. I tell whoever cares to listen that Polobubou is the most environmentally damaged community in the entire Niger Delta, and I stand to the challenge of this because I should know. I've covered Ogoni, I've traveled around the Niger Delta. There's no single community whose ecosystem has been altered the way the Polobubou community has been altered from a freshwater ecosystem to saline environment. This can only happen in an African community where there's governance failure, where the oil companies are allowed to ride roughshod over our people. And I think 2023 is time enough for all of this to end. We have not done anything wrong by being from the Niger Delta, from Polobubou, from Brass, from Nembe, from Sangana, where it's just a blessing that's been turned nearly to a curse for us. Our communities on stilts. It's a beautiful natural environment that I'm proud to be part of. We are not going to change this, but we can have something like Venice in Italy. We can dredge the waters, we can build modern houses and so on. But first and foremost, our community, our environment must be restored. Our ancestors bequeathed a freshwater ecosystem to us. We want that back.
I don't come again, no.
Polobubou is a highly polluted environment, all of us are aware. We are just looking at how to come out of this problem. Induced by companies operating in area, it was not caused by us, but we have found ourselves in this situation. Our case is worse than the case of Ogoni. It's just advocacy. How to move it forward, that's where our problem is. We will gather our resources, our both intellectual resources, our exposure, whatever thing it takes to sing this song of Polobubbo, to talk it to the powers that be, that really we are suffering. Come to our aid. I want to take Chevron for example. I've had 1 or 2 meetings with them, and I want to use this opportunity to talk with them again to express our feeling to that we are not a happy people. They told me that there is an afforestation program that they have put in place to plant trees around Opuama and Tsekelewu communities. I want to encourage them to come back to the program and regenerate the program and let the program continue. And also, after the last year press conference, I had calls from Chevron, and they were talking about what do you need, we have water project we want to do for you. I said, where is the water project? And they said, oh, they're going to go back to the drawing board. I know they rebided that project. We want to plead to them that that project that they're about starting, this is time to come to our aid. Our water is polluted, our water is not good. It's not by just saying it. And I had discussion as far as to the PGPA manager on this, and they promised. I know we have internal issues as to execution of that project, but we want to call on them that that project has not come to fruition. We have not seen it happen. So this is an opportunity to make it happen. Also on the dredging of Polobubbo, I won't dwell much on it, but we want to, I know Chevron, I know how they operate. We have a 3-year dredging project of their well earth. So we are pleading to Chevron that whenever they have their program, they execute their project plans, they should include Tsekelewu as part of their program, their 3-year dredging program, that whenever they are coming, we don't want to have crisis. We want them to put this as part of their budget and part of their program, that they should continuously, whenever they are coming to sweep the Puekeba Creek wells, they should sweep Polobubbo as well for us as well too. I want to speak to canoe just coming into the environment. We know that environmental pollution, some have done, but canoe is coming fresh. So it's good for them to talk to their sense of reasoning, that they need to come to our aid, that they need to support our process. The environment is already damaged, but as they are coming, they should not do more harm to the environment. To the Delta State government, we need your assistance. This is where the oil comes from. This is the oil that feeds the Delta State government. This is where the oil comes from that feeds the federal government of Nigeria. We are suffering, come to our aid. And also we want to talk to the Nigeria Upstream Regulatory Commission. We want to plead to all, our environment is polluted, but we have to sing our song. We have to tell the world that our environment is polluted.
I am on Kazim, General Ali Nanopre, Eberi Poe. Alio Nanopre. Ziofa wait time, Nano wait time. Ziofa wait time, Nano wait time. Are you better?
In commemoration of World Environmental Day, the world attention is on plastic. And plastic is a byproduct of petroleum. So if plastic can catch world attention, what do you think would have happened to the product where plastic is made from? And so Polobubbo community, who I happen to be working with over time now, is one of the communities that is highly devastated by crude oil, which is a byproduct of plastic the world attention is on. I join my good people of Polobubbo to ask that you cannot just destroy their environment and also destroy their livelihood. They are human beings, and so their livelihood is important. Every sources of livelihood to the environment has been destroyed. The ecology, the environment has been altered. I join them to demand from the oil multinationals and the government of Nigeria to quickly, as much as they are doing in Ogoni. They have now planned to clean up the Ogoni by budgeting $1 billion to clean up Ogoni. And the Ogoni environment is not as devastated as that of Polobubbo. So I also ask that they should also bring out such amount of money to come to Polobubbo and remedy the environment. In as much as this is going on in other parts of the Niger Delta, we should also do same here. You cannot change a freshwater environment to a saltwater environment. The community no longer have access to fish, which ordinarily before now are fishing communities. So please, the federal government, the multinationals, as many as are within the environment, should devote all their resources, because the people of Polobubbo, their life matters. It's not just the life of those who are eating fat. Even people who live here, their life matters. So such amount of money should also be devoted to ensure that the environment is cleaned up for the good of everybody. We see environment as connecting to each other. If one environment is destroyed, if we didn't speak up, it will affect other people, and people will continue to suffer. If people from other parts of the world could begin to see reasons to donate money to Nigeria, to see how the environment will be remediated, how come the country of Nigeria will not also take it serious to devote a good amount of money to clean up environments such as Polobubou? I join them to demand that this environment should be cleaned up immediately and their sources of livelihood should be restored.
A lot of money, where are you? A people, me. Community.
The calamity which Polobubou faces is that most of the larger communities are victims of continuous coastal erosion, which erodes their settlement and pushes them upland to Polobubou geographical environment at the Delta state boundary. Subsequently, we have found that for the past many decades, the larger communities have shifted kilometers away from their original area into our territory, Polobubou community. And this is a perennial occurrence. We therefore need the Delta state government to intervene because there is a serious encroachment of Delta state territory.
It is advised that the channel opened by Chevron Nigeria Limited, which links directly to the Atlantic Ocean, be closed or blocked, else the salt water as well as the mold debris will continue on to flow into the environment, even if dredging is done on the community's waterway.
Our structure, our topographical features here, muddy soil. We don't have sand structure. Sand, for you to get sand here, you go far, so many, so deep, and so we cannot we cannot fill our communities with sand. You understand? And without filling the place with sand, how can you build good modern structures? It's not possible. We are now saying that the government could do maybe, well, the only thing we can do here is dredging that will link us. The town itself, the community itself, we have a problem. We really have a problem. That when you don't have land, what can you do? You can't do development. The only development we can say, just track. I mean, how do you call it? These trackways, where they have concrete structures, concrete walkways from quarter to quarter, and then of course that can take maybe motorcycle or what do you call those things, but it cannot take any vehicle. These are temporary things.
Calling for the intervention of the Delta state government is the fact that international oil companies operating in our area are taking undue advantage of this encroachment of the largest into Polobubou territory to push the oil and gas fields and location in Delta state into Ondo state. This will also affect the operational activities of the Nigerian Upstream Regulatory Commission, Post Community Development Trust, in terms of implementation of the 2021 Petroleum Industry Act. This is equally likely to affect the operation of the TIA in our area.
Alex Bright reporting.
Yo, pray to God for me. One corner shift. Pray to God for me. God's time kolo. Pray to God for me. Nimita, pray to God.